guys, Turtle here, and today I'll be officially releasing version 1 of my Steve rig for Cinema 4D. So to start off, this rig is going to be $10, and you could buy that in the link in the description. I will go over that again at the end of the video, but for now let's just get into it. So once you open it up, you should see this. If the skin doesn't load, just go into the text folder and drag in the blue Steve into the skin here. Again, you could just grab custom skin if you don't want to use this one. But, so yeah, I guess starting with the customization and the user data, we have the skin here. You can turn the control panel on or off, which will be for the facial features. You can turn rigid bends on or off, so I would just grab this here. It's nice and smooth, but if you just uncheck this, it's rigid. As you can see there. So yeah, pretty handy feature. Next you have the pupil color, eyebrow color, and teeth color, which are all self-explanatory. Next you have eyebrow type. So the first are the thin eyebrows, next are some thicker ones, and third we have some nice realistic eyebrows, as you can see there. For pupil type we have rounded eyebrows, as you can see, nice and round, just rigid and then round. And the last one is the kind of reflective pupils with that. I've seen a lot of people be using that and it looks pretty cool. And the last thing we have is the cheekbone extrusion with customization, and as you can see there, you get some nice extrusion for the cheekbones. So starting from the bottom, we have the main null, which lets you move the rig around. Then we have the feet gold, so they work pretty nice. Again, it will be a lot smoother when you render it out. As you can see, it's a little sharp around the knee here. But yeah, so nice fancy feet and all, and it looks really nice. So you can just rotate the foot by going to the rotate tool and doing that, and it works with the fancy feet like so. So moving up, we have the body controller in the middle, which is this blue piece, and then that will just rotate the body like this. So yeah, and then this white bar around it is basically your waist controller, and I also added a little bit of stretching to the legs, as you can see there. So yeah, you got your waist, and also a handy feature is that the goals for the arms move with this, so you won't have to just keep moving the arm goals, they'll just go with it. So moving on to the arms, you can see that they bend, nice smooth bends, and if you just click on the goal, each one will work. You have some tool options in the user data, so you can turn on the tools and just let the texture load. You can do that for both sides, and then you can change the tool type, which will change the texture. And you can change different textures for each arm, which is pretty cool. So moving up, we have the middle body controller, which lets you move it. I wouldn't recommend moving this too much, but it's good for small detail and everything like that. And same thing for the shoulder controllers. And at the top of the arm, you have the individual shoulder controller, which lets you take your arm off or something like that. Up here we have the head controller for the neck, and you can move the head around and stuff. And that is pretty much it for all the body parts. Moving on to the head, we have this blue button here, which I'll go over later. First we have, starting at the top, is the eyebrows. So basically we have eyebrows and other features, the eyes and the mouth. So eyebrows work like this, left and right, rotates it, and up and down makes it go up and down. Same thing for this one. It's pretty cool. So this controls the eyes themselves, as you can see here, and this controls the scale of the eye. So yeah, and the next part we have is the mouth. So I really like this mouth, it's pretty cool. You have a fully working chin. And yeah, over here we have the expression, the smile, and around. As you can see there, and we just open this up, we have the teeth positioning here and here. That is pretty much it for most of the facial features. If we just take this blue controller and move it up, it'll open up the manual controllers. You got the manual controllers for the mouth. You could do whatever you want with that. And here we have some awesome eye controllers, so you could just move these around wherever you want. It controls each point of the eye, and in the middle we have these cool cheek things. So they look pretty nice. You got them on top too, and they can go down if you wanted to. Make a pretty cool eye. And we also have the eyebrow bend by clicking on these. These work for all the eyebrows, as you can see. And in the middle here, it just moves it down all the way for a blink. So yeah. And this main ring around the head, if you just move it, it moves the pupils of the head. If you look closely, it will move the eyes up a little bit. As you can see here, it's kind of slanted. So it's kind of like the same thing on my private rig. You guys have seen that video, but yeah, here's the same thing, just saves a lot of keyframing and just a pretty nifty feature. So this rig is fully extrudable, if I haven't mentioned that before. To start extruding it, you go into layers, you unlock the body parts, you go down into here, go into body parts, and one thing before I do that, I just forgot to go over the orange button control. That's just basically the squash and stretch, so just a little bit looks nice in my opinion. But yeah, so onto the extrusion. If you want to extrude the right arm, you click on it, and then you go to polygon selection mode, type UL. If you want to do a loop selection kind of thing, and then live selection to do the rest. Then just messed up a little bit there. But then basically once you have this done, you just want to go to smooth shift and then go back into attributes and set this to whatever you want. I usually like to do like 1 to 2, something like that. But wait, one thing I forgot to mention. You have to go back to edit mode, base pose, and turn off the espresso, otherwise this gets all messed up, like it just did. So it should work now. And if not, let me just try something. Pretty much gonna have to wait it either way. But to wait it, you basically just want to turn this to rigid bend, so it turns black like that. There we go. So we were just going to this view. I did also forget one thing. So back to smooth shift, we have to shift this to 180. Sorry about that. But yeah, so just shift this off, back to the right arm, and go into the section where it was weighted. The right arm, or the red would be the top, and the green the bottom. Don't worry about this bottom part here. But yeah, so just set this to 100, and turn this off. Gets everything. And then just turn this back on, put this back to animate, and turn this back on. And as you can see, it works perfectly. One thing you probably will notice right away is that this is kind of all messed up here. So just go to line mode, type in UL, and get this and this, and type in MR and drag it out to the side, and then you will see that it is pretty good. You'll see some little texture glitches here, but when you enter it out, it is fine. So for those of you who are wondering how to get this textured right, because you're probably noticing right away that it's all ugly, just select all that, go into VPUV edit, go file, open texture, and just find the rig you used for the skin. this button here, which will bring you to your UV polygons mode. And you just go to the move tool and set snapping to something like, I usually like to do 3.12125 divided by 2. And then just move this up so it's like in the middle. And then that will make everything perfect. So again, don't worry about that little glitch there, because as you can see, it looks fine. So yeah, and this works for all parts of the body, everything. Just make sure you turn the body nerves off first, and it may be a little bit more difficult, but you guys should get the idea. So I think that is pretty much it. Let me just go over the items over here. So if you open up items, we have right hand items, left hand and head items. So I'm just gonna get in the cube, for example, set it to something like 50. Or maybe 25 actually. Yeah, just move it up to where you want it to be held. Of course you don't have to if you want, like, so if you want it to go in this hand, which is the right hand, put it in the right hand and then do a PSR reset, and it will go to the location, and then you move it accordingly, and it is automatically parented to the right hand. So if I were to just grab the goal here, you can see that it's parented, and this works for the left hand and the head. If I were to just put this in the head, and you can see, there we go, moves with it. But if you do find it difficult to select some parts, then if you just go over here to the visual selector, you'll see that I've made this, which lets you select all the parts of the body. So you see that there's two here that kind of like switch between. The top one is the rotate and the bottom one is the waist. So yeah, this will just help you quickly select different parts of the body. So that is pretty much it, I think. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you like the rig, make sure to buy it in the description. Again, it will be $10. I'll be selling it through Stealth5, however that's pronounced, but yeah. So just $10, so pretty cheap in my opinion. I will be adding a lot more features to this in the future. I kind of wanted to make it a simple rig because everybody like explodes the features in their rigs and makes it like really laggy. I just wanted a simple rig for animating, yet still very powerful and good looking. So thanks again for watching, and leave a like if you enjoyed the rig but you don't have the money to buy it, and I hope to see you guys in the next video.